Hello, hello! Welcome to Arkadium's Daily Crossword Live. I am thrilled to be back with a new crossword puzzle, and I see all my friends gathering in chat. D, good morning to you. We got Ledition on Twitch, AJ on YouTube, Kajalang5. Are you new here? How you doing? Glad to have you here. And Grace, my fellow math lover. I see Dad Not Dude, Amy, Rhonda, Tess. Everyone's here. Awesome. I'm psyched. And thank you to anyone who was with us for the Saturday Stumper yesterday. We needed all hands on deck for that one, and I thought it was a very satisfying solve. Today's puzzle will hopefully be a little more approachable, but still a satisfying challenge. Holy Head Heartbeat is here saying good morning, and I think people, yeah, Rhonda's already guessing for, let's see, can you do another crossword 2 hours earlier? AJ's asking. Yeah, I think everyone has a preferred time zone, AJ. We are going to maybe experiment with evening streams soon, evening Eastern US time, but not, but for now, I think we're sticking with the noon time. B. Browder is here, and BK, okay. Grace, of course I remember you. We were hanging out all day yesterday. And there's Mazial and Jessica are here as well. All right, so we're solving a puzzle from the Stan Newman's Hard line of crosswords at Arkadium.com today. And these do have themes and they have titles. This title is not particularly illuminating. It's called C33 Across. 33 Across is this long central answer right here. I don't really want to look at it right now. I kind of want to get there in the natural course of the puzzle. So we'll have to see what happens. We got Carlos saying, I'm at work. Well, I'm happy to help you procrastinate, Carlo. Kept chattering. BK is saying yapped. Yapped? I think yapped is a solid guess. And B. Browder agrees, and I think someone else guessed yap. Yeah, Rhonda. Okay, so we're all in agreement about yapped. I'm happy with that. Let's check the Y right away. I see. I see. All right, it's in quotes, so we want some kind of verbal equivalent of I see. Let's see. Oh, two good guesses, Amy's saying. What was the other guess? I missed it. There was yapped, and I don't see another guess. Scrolling back in chat. Gabbed. Oh, gabbed. Interesting. Okay. Oh, Mint T is saying, yeah, okay. Jessica saying, yes, sir. Interesting. And yeah, Holy Head is saying gabbed. Oh, no. So we're already kind of at a crossroads here. Yes, sir. I see. I don't love that answer somehow. I just feel like it's not a lock for I see. Yeah, okay, maybe is better. But it could be gabbed. Maybe we check some short entries. I found short entries are easier to see through somehow. Magazine supporters. Magazine supporters. Not immediately sure. My instinct tells me editors, but obviously that's not going to fit. And oh, I see. Jen and Cliff, Rhonda, Grace, and Tess are all saying ads. Yeah, that makes sense. Hannah's saying ads. Okay, cool. Yeah. And Matthias just followed us. Thank you so much. Ads do support magazines. I think that's a great guess. And Stuff is asking, does this crossword not tell you if it's two words or not? It does not. So we have to figure out how to parse these entries ourselves. Yeah, some crosswords do. The puzzles we solve on this channel tend to be pretty challenging, but when we solve them as a group, they end up being doable. And the harder puzzles don't tell you how many words something is. So where are we now? Are we not happy with yapped? Gabbed? Gabbed? Yeah. Molly's saying gabbed and gotcha. I really like that. Yeah, when I was thinking about gabbed earlier, I was trying to autocomplete the G and something like got it. I was thinking got it, but gotcha works better. It works with ads. It fits in the space, which got it does not. And finally, I think we're actually in a good place here. We'll check the A. If the A, D check out, then I'm going to be thrilled. Trepid. Trepid. All right. Are we happy? Yeah, gabbed is looking good. Got it is a letter short, right? Bree, nice work. Okay, good. We're all happy. Yeah, and Dad Not Dude, Amy, and Ledition are all coming up with a very solid answer for trepid. Rhonda, afraid. B. Browder, yeah. Okay, that's a relief that the A and D checked out. I wasn't sure. Intrepid kind of means the opposite of afraid. Intrepid means brave, almost. I feel like you hear that word more often. Yeah, Grace and Jen and Penfield Hondros are all getting it. Sweet. So we're in solid shape. 22 across is fruit of a rose. Fruit of a rose. Don't think about this fruit that much. Hannah just followed us. Thanks, Hannah. Yeah. Yeah, RW is here. And Holyhead Harpy and Jen and Penfield are all saying hips. Yeah, rose hips are a thing. They're actually the fruit of a rose bush. Can you eat rose hips? Is that a dumb question? I don't know. Pam got hips. Charlie says, so excited I got here early. Well, we're excited to have you here, Charlie. We got a full puzzle ahead of us. Aerial photography fleet. Aerial photography fleet. Okay. Misty on YouTube is saying hi. Hello, Misty. I hope you like crossword puzzles. That's what we're doing here. Hey, Jilly. Always good to see you. RW and Sella. Oh, Real K Rabbit is saying that hips are good for homemade tea, high in vitamin C. Interesting. I've never had rose hips tea. Shania and Rhonda and Rob are all saying blimps, which I like. Yeah, aerial photography fleet. I learned something really interesting about blimps the other day. I think there are only like 20-something blimps in the United States. I can't remember what the exact number was, but like 23 blimps. So if you've ever seen a blimp, that was actually an exceptionally rare thing that you saw. That surprised me, because I have seen blimps. I didn't know I was seeing, a diamond in the rough. Maria Soul is here. Hello to you. Yeah, the Goodyear blimp, Shania. I thought it was less. Okay, maybe it's even less, Grace. I don't know. But that's weird, right? You don't think of blimps as being like exceptionally rare structures. Misty says I'm going to subscribe now. I'm glad to hear that, Misty. That's what I love to hear. Innocence, Rabbit is... Oh, we have two rabbits in chat. Rabbit and Stuff and Jilly are all saying babes. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Kind of like babe in the woods means someone who's like inexperienced, I guess. Okay, solid stuff. Yeah, Dad Not Dude says blimps are used mainly at sporting events, right? I guess for that aerial photography. Series shortener. And okay, and people are starting to guess at the crosses, so maybe I'll start looking at those. Recently, yeah, I think Tess, you nailed this from afar. Recently, of late. Hola, Felix, how you doing? Of late. I think that works. I'm happy with that. Yeah, Shania likes it and Jen likes it. We're going with it. Okay. Of Survivor teams. I'm sure there are Survivor fans in chat. I stopped watching Survivor after season 1. I did very much enjoy season 1, but I have friends who are just diehards. Just gobble up every single season, and there are a lot of them. GPT said there are only 12 blimps? Oh my god, I was way off. They're even rarer than I thought. Cadiz is here, and James Hendry and Bree are saying tribal. Yeah, the Survivor teams are called tribes, so I think tribal makes sense. Sweet. Ooh, okay, an all caps clue, which suggests to me that this is likely thematic. Travel by dromedary. A dromedary, if you don't know, is a camel. I don't know if it's a type of camel or just another word for camel, but there seems to be, yeah, Phyllis saying Camelot, camels, travel by. Sarah Tarab is saying camelry. Okay, something weird is going on. There's definitely something, this is part of a theme. The title of the puzzle was C33 across, so somehow 33 across is going to make this make sense. But it is looking like camel something. And by the way, series shortener, et al. I think I saw some guesses on et al. Earlier. That does make sense. When you list a bunch of authors of a paper, for example, you might just say et al. To shorten it means and others in Latin. And here. Yeah, dark is back. giving us critical information. Peter Kim is asking for 6 down. Supermarket section with slicers. All right, I have a pretty solid guess on that. Where am I? Oh, we got Lay back in chat. Is that the same Lay I've seen before with a new look, or is it a new Lay? Okay. Mars is here. Yeah, everyone's saying Delhi. Okay, so Delhi definitely seems like, and Barbara McDowell's back on Facebook. How are you, Barbara? Supermarket section with slicers definitely looks like Delhi. And then what are we doing here? Warthog is here saying, yes, same Lay. How you doing? Snicks and Coco and Amy Gal are saying Camel It. Logician is saying Camelid, which is probably like, I don't know, the family or order or genus, of camels. But are we looking for the genus or are we looking for, yeah, there's also Camelot, but Delhi seems right. Yeah, Amy Gal saying Camelot like hoof it. Yeah, like if you say, "Oh, I'm just gonna cab it to the party tonight," that means I'm gonna take a cab. So travel by dromedary means I'm just gonna camel it. I mean, of course, no one says this, but it's a theme. So maybe we go with it right now. We'll check the T. We'll check the T. Hopefully 33 across makes sense of Camelot, which is obviously a bizarre crossword entry on its own. Precept. Precept. Very strange. Camelot. This first corner is also totally choked off from the rest of the grid. So we did all that work to fill in this beautiful wide open section, and all we got for it was this lousy T. I don't know why I felt the need to denigrate that T. It's a perfectly fine T. It's not lousy, but it'd be nice to come away with more. Yeah, D and Jessica and There's a Mazial are saying tenet? Ooh, Barbara's saying truth. Interesting. What's better? Most people are saying tenet. A precept? Okay, we'll check the E. Yeah, Rabbit's like, T's are letters too. I know, I apologize. This T. This T's not lousy, it's lonely. That's what I should have said. Ivy League grads at 23 across. Brandon says I googled camelot and it's not a word. Yeah, I think it's not meant to be a word necessarily. These crosswords that we're solving have themes, so I think the fact that the clue is in all caps and then it's some bizarre answer means that there's some wordplay going on that we don't understand yet, but we will as we continue to solve the puzzle. Ivy League grads, we got to have trust in our crossword constructors. Yeah, Grace and Rhonda and Jessica are saying Eli's. Oh, Bree says elite. It doesn't quite fit. I think we're talking more specifically. Eli's are what you call Yale students, apparently. I think Eli Yale was the founder of Yale, and that is why they're called Eli's. So there you have it. I'm going to look at 7 across. Shania said, I just realized that this crossword is the same at the top as it is on the bottom, but mirror image. Shania, that is true of all crossword puzzles. The black squares in crossword puzzles have what's called rotational symmetry. So if you take the grid and you turn it upside down like that, the pattern of black squares will not change. So the fact that we have a choked off corner over here will always mean there's a choked off corner down here on the bottom right. Occasionally, constructors will violate that kind of symmetry to make room for specific types of theme, but the default is to have rotational symmetry in your crossword grid. Wisecrackers. Barbara's saying joke, which makes sense except that it's not plural. And yeah, I think what Amy's saying makes more sense. Wits. A wit is a person who... Oh, hams. Ginger's saying hams. I like that too. Wits, hams. I don't get owls, James. I don't think I understand that one. Maybe we do 7 down. Tess likes hams more. Okay, World War II auxiliary. Owls are wide? Oh, they're wise. Owls are wise. Feels like that, if it's getting at owls, we would need a question mark, maybe. What is this? USO. Looking for Peace says USO. I'm afraid I'm not going to know this. I see WAF, WAC. I frankly don't know what these things are. Yeah, Grace is saying, uh-oh, that's exactly what I was going to say. Maybe we... Okay, Stella wants USO too. Oh, Grace is saying uh-oh for this. Wisecrackers, uh-oh? Not sure. What is WAC? Women's Auxiliary Corps. Okay, most people are saying WAC. It's probably not pronounced that. WAC. Logician likes it on Twitch. Okay. So WAC, and then that works with wits, right? Which was our guess. Okay, so that's promising. Oh, Grace said I meant I had no idea. She was not registering a guess. Yeah. Cadiz and Warthog and Moomin Man are telling me, yeah, wits looks good at 7 across now. Aleve alternative. So Aleve is a painkiller. So we want a painkiller of some sort. Motrin. Uh-oh. Well, if it's Motrin, then we have all sorts of things wrong, Sella. I mean, Motrin fits. It's definitely a painkiller I've heard of, but I worry because that means we're in a much worse shape than I expected. BK says, I promise WAC is right. I'm a history major. All right, I trust you, BK. I don't mean to be questioning you, but what do we do? Because there's clearly an error going on. Fancy fundraisers. I think wits is wrong somehow. Yeah, Cadiz is coming to the same conclusion. I think wits is wrong. Imps? What's happening? Aspirin? Galas, yeah. HZL Berry is saying galas, which sound like, yeah, fancy fundraisers. Galas, I think that's a good guess. Todd Lyman agrees. Cameron Cook agrees. So, oh, wags. Yeah, okay. Logician has been trying to tell me this for ages. It's not wits, it's wags. Which is another term for like a jokester, a wag. That works with galas. It does not work with Motrin. So we still need a painkiller. And Advil, unfortunately, doesn't fit Cletus. We have this extra letter hanging out here. Aspirin. No, aspirin doesn't work either. Very nice high five is also guessing aspirin. No, it just doesn't fit, guys. Unless there's something thematic here, where sometimes, when you can't fit letters, when you really can't fit letters, it's because letters have been removed for a theme or something. Oh, Jessica Hartby. I see. Anison. Oh boy. That is not a painkiller I think about much. I think I've barely even encountered this. Anison? Logician is saying Anison Skywalker. Yeah. Anison Skywalker. Aleve alternative. All right, well, it fits, at least. That's more than I can say for every other guess. We'll try 10 down, and then we'll start looking at crosses in this section. Warthog's happy with Anison. Okay. Barbara's happy with Anison, so we're doing it. We're sticking with it. Delta material. Yeah, Warthog and James and Grace and Piers are all saying silt. Marina just followed us. Thank you, Marina. And Bamabos is here, and BK all saying silt. Yeah, Cameron Cook as well. So yeah, Delta, we're talking a river. The material in a river is silt. This also looks like Anison, but it's not. French diarist. Ooh. BK just followed us. Thank you, BK. Yeah, like a river delta. Yeah, that was a hard clue. I should have dwelled on it a little more. Very hard clue, because Delta, you think the airline company. And Wes shared the live. Thanks, Wes. Bethany says, is this supposed to be easier than yesterday? Good question, Bethany. I think we are moving faster than yesterday, for what that's worth. All the puzzles we solve on the channel, or actually, I shouldn't say that. May, the other host, sometimes solves easier puzzles. I tend to pick hard puzzles, but I do think Saturdays are the hardest. Yes. Anais Nin. I'm sure I mispronounced that, but it's funny. This person I learned about through crosswords, and it's because her last name Nin is 3 letters. It's comprised of common letters, and so you sometimes so constructors often put her last name in the grid. I don't think I've ever seen her full first name in the grid, like her full name. Is Nin. Interesting. Eastwood's Maverick Cop. Has anyone ever read her diaries? Yeah, crossword staple, for sure. My mom's last name is Nin, says Cletus. Really? Your mom should get famous so that she can go into crossword puzzles. Eastwood's Maverick Cop. Nice. Hurton Ostrich and Warthog and Piers and Felix and D are all telling me Callahan. Barbara Ledition. Yeah, Felix says it's Dirty Harry. So we're talking Clint Eastwood. That Maverick Cop. Callahan. All right, looking good. Ooh, okay, we have another one of these capital letter clues. Cheetah's running measure. Okay. We already have cat here, so maybe it is cat something. Because a cheetah is a big cat? What do you think? Logician is saying catwalk. That's a nice guess. And it produces saw in the down, which is actually a word at least. Dark and Denise are guessing cat mile. Cat pace. Moomin Man says, why the capitals? I think the capital letters are there to at least alert us to the fact that these are theme answers. And maybe even somehow indicate, like, this isn't supposed to make sense. This is going to be a nonsense answer of one form or another. Like, camelit is just not a phrase. And I think the same is going to be true here. And so it's the puzzle's way of telling us, like, hey, we're in theme territory here. Don't treat this like a normal cat-like. Maybe we need some downs. Casablanca pianist. Okay, this is gonna help. This is gonna help. Yeah, Grace says, would it be walk if it says running? I mean, that's a good point. Why would it be cat walk when it's running measure? But people know they're Casablanca. Yeah, Grace and Tess and D and Penfield and Piers are all saying Sam. Yeah, Hurt and Ostrich. Play it again, Sam is a famous line from Casablanca. Excellent. And Warthog and Maria Sol are saying, okay, that means, and Bitsy Itsy is here saying Sam as well. That means it has to be. Wait, was that line not actually in the movie, Dead Not Dude? Am I spreading false information? Looking for peace, yeah, all saying cat mile after all. So cheetah's running measure is a cat mile. Again, not a real phrase, kind of like camelit. I don't know why we're doing this, but supposedly 33 across is supposed to tell us why. And we can dwell on it for a moment, or we can just patiently make it to 33 across. Okay, now we got a debate going in chat because Moomin Man says it was definitely in the movie, and Dad Not Dude says many think it was, but it wasn't. Mandela effect, says Amy. Yeah, a group hallucination, a mass hallucination. I definitely thought it was in the movie. The gem state. I think this ST period in these puzzles is short for state. I never remember state nicknames. So does anyone know what the gem state is for sure? Dark is saying saint or street. I think it is state. Yeah. The gem state. I'm sure I've heard it before, but does anyone know it? Yeah, Rhonda's giving me the shrug. That's how I feel. Dan Dude says, watch the scene and listen to the lines. I'm going to do that after this. Charlie Rowland says it's Idaho, I think. Denise is saying Idaho. Dad Not Dude and Felix are saying Idaho. Ooh, Warthog just noticed something. Hold on, let me put in Idaho, because that's what people seem to think. Warthog is noticing that cat mile and camelit are anagrams of each other. I think someone else was saying this earlier too. They use the same letters. 7 letters, and you scramble them. So we're doing anagrams. Interesting. But why? Confirm with down, says Hurt and Ostrich. I will do that. Secluded. Yeah, Amy Gal says, ooh, interesting. Yeah, my curiosity is piqued as well, Amy. BK says, I live in Idaho. We are the gem state. So BK is a history major, lives in Idaho, probably rides camels to work. You know everything about this crossword. So glad you're here. Yeah, Jessica says, good catch, Warthog, about the anagrams. Secluded. I see Amy and Rhonda and Tess and JF say in hiding. I like that. Bree and April say it. Yeah, Moomin Man, in hiding. That's good. Sarah's saying, or inhibited. I don't think that quite fits. Yeah, inhibited. I think in hiding fits the cells we have and it fits the clue, so I'm happy with that. Acting class subject. Charlie's saying, did we have a title for this one? Yes, Charlie, but sadly it's not going to help that much. It's called C33 Across. So I think the title of the puzzle is sitting right here, and we have not looked yet. Kind of try to figure it out on our own or build up suspense. I just like having the puzzle unfold as it was intended. Ooh. KK is here. Saying dialogue. Yeah, Jilly. And April and Tika? TK. Yeah, dialogue looks good for acting class subject. And by the way, Idaho's checking out, so good job to everyone who knew that Idaho was the gem state. Ender meaning belief. Oh, Todd Lyman wants dialects. Acting class subject. It could be dialects, that's true. Oh, bummer. Dialects feel slightly better to me. Yeah, okay. Can we take it out and see if we can make sense of this? Chris Santos is saying dog. Like dogma? Oh, I see. Ender meaning belief. I assume we're talking a suffix here when it says ender. Dom? Oh, like dumb, like kingdom or something? I don't think I understand. Dom. So Dom, that's what, and dialogue. And maybe we look at Christendom. I see. Shay followed us. Thank you, Shay. Ism, yeah, it could be ism, but then in hiding would be wrong, and I really hope we don't have that many errors. Wings without feathers. Ah. Yeah, dumb means home or place, though, not belief. That's a good point. Yes, I think Denise is right. Yeah, dad, not dude. Good. You guys are piecing this together for us. Wings, we're talking annexes. Wings of a building, not wings of a bird. So the without feathers was just a red herring. And dox does make sense because like orthodox, heterodox is an ending meaning belief. That actually works. Yeah, Ging likes it. Okay, so maybe we're actually in pretty good shape. Dialogue is looking right. Annexes is looking right. Phew. All right. Let's go back. Let's go back here. 27 across. Pravda founder. I'm also peeking around the grid for other 7-letter entries. Like this is probably maybe an anagram of Camelot. Maybe this one too. Paradox, interesting. Pravda founder. Maria Sol and Piers and Moomin Man and Sella are telling me Lenin. Oops, not like that. Not linen. Lenin. Russian newspaper. Brandon said I could never do a puzzle like this on my own. Well, that's why we do them together, Brandon. I think that's true of a lot of us. But it's fun when we get together as a group and everyone knows a little bit of something, you know? Everyone pitches in. Maximum or minimum? Reagan, very quick on this one. And Senor Eminem and Wyatt all saying limit. That looks good. Jess says, me neither. I take things so literally. Yeah. Crosswords are banking on you taking things literally and then slapping your forehead when you realize the intended meaning. See a lot of new names in chat. By the way, if you don't follow us, I just want to tell you we stream every single day at noon Eastern time, and it's always a good time. And you should follow us because it's a great way to keep in touch. Exuberant Spirit. Bedard is back. How you doing? Oh, a lot of people followed us. Thank you. William Ginging and DY Pove and Maza. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing your usernames, but I do appreciate you guys following us. Okay. And Joyle just followed us. Okay, Ginging and Christina just followed us. And Denise are saying Elan. Classic crossword word. Elan means exuberant spirit. I don't know if people use this in their daily language, but it is what it means. And Bitsy Itsy followed us. And Allison followed us. Wow, my plea really worked. Oh, Charlie. Did Charlie just call the answer? Did I call the theme? Is everyone reading what Charlie wrote? Wait a second. We need a moment here. A country girl followed us. Yeah, Rhonda's psyched. Wait a second. Joyle says this is totally a vocabulary class for me. Honestly, I learn things every crossword I solve. Every stream I learn something new. Susan is psyched. Amy says it's great. Okay, just let me... Martin, thank you for following us. Very nice, Charlie Rollins. Charlie, so if you're just joining us, we have these two strange answers in the grid. Camel-it and cat-mile, with these kind of bizarre clues. These aren't real phrases. Warthog noticed that they're anagrams of each other. That if you scramble the letters in Camel-it, you can make cat-mile. And we know the title of the puzzle is Living at 33 Across, and Charlie predicted climate change, which would be, these are also anagrams of the word climate, and we're changing it. Title of the puzzle, and climate change does fit. I'm putting it in. Very exciting. Climate change, beautiful. Nice one, Charlie. Great spot. Great spot. Everyone giving Charlie his due propers. Kathy followed us. I'm crediting that follow to Charlie. Yeah, climate is an anagram of Camel-it and cat-mile. Okay, it's a bizarre theme, but I really like it. Jazz says, so smart. Susan says, oh, neat. Warlock says, that was great. And meanwhile, Barbara is telling me on Facebook that sole portion, which I hadn't even read the clue, is fillet. Very difficult clue, frankly. Sole is a type of fish. Of course, Jazz, I think, was saying I take everything too literally. It's not your first reading of this clue to think of a fish, but a portion of the fish sole would be a fillet. Looking good, guys. Looking real good. Ooh, and we have another one. And now we're armed with information. We know how to do this. Low-cal kids lunch, and it's going to be an anagram of climate. And look, I already see 4 of the 7 letters in climate. So we're missing a C, an M, and an A. Joyle, thanks for the heart. Yeah, Ledition on Twitch. Amy, Charlie. Martin is here getting light Mac. Isn't it fun? I like this feeling I love when themes unfold this way, where at first it's like, what is going on? I'm so lost. Why are these weird answers in? And then there's a big aha moment, and now the next themer becomes easier because you know the rules. You feel like in on a secret. Light Mac, like mac and cheese. Low-cal. And it's silly, but it's great. Alexa, thanks for following us. Yeah, mac and cheese, I assume, Charlie. Joyle says another climate, huh? Yeah, I think all the capital clues are going to be anagrams of climate. I'm expecting 2 more because of for symmetry reasons. I'm expecting 2 more right here. Sandy Shade. Susan, thanks for following us. Pizza Pete says, I just set his Alexa off. Because someone in chat was named Alexa. That's really funny. Sandy Shade Beige. Looks good. Ages and Ages. Yeah, Dipov and Kathy and Ginging and Christina all getting beige. April. I set off 2 Alexas? How many Alexas did I set off? Oh, I'm probably doing it again, I'm realizing. I should stop. Pretty Girl Tay just followed us? Thank you. Okay, Bethany is saying eons, which I think makes sense for ages and ages. A long, long time. Misadventure likes it. All right. We're flying now. Father of Zeus. Father of Zeus. Wait, Warthog and Pizza Pete are speaking another language to each other, and I'm proud of myself for understanding it. If there are any fans of Old Greg in the building, I encourage you to scroll back and read the sub conversation that's happening. Cronus, but I'm getting 2 spellings. We don't know if there's a K or a C. Maybe they're both valid. C looks better with the H, but let's leave it blank for good measure. Sausages for short. Grace is in on the Old Greg bit. Oh man, this is too much of a deep cut, I think. Yeah, it looks like everyone is typing brats into chat, but it's actually brats, short for bratwurst. Sausages. Bratwurst. Looking good. Shredder got that, and Dipov and Piers. And there's a Mazile. Charlie Rollins says, delighted you know Old Greg Jack. Oh man. Like by heart, Charlie. Bloke. We were debating C or K. C is looking good here. Yeah, because I think Moonaman and Jilly and D and Ledition and Pizza Pete and James are right with a chap. A bloke is a chap. Matza says chum. I mean, chum does mean like pal. I think chap is a little more apt for bloke, but we can check the cross right away. Watery rings. Alfie Wafer is on YouTube saying hi. How you doing, Alfie? Yeah, Jessica giving me the top hat emojis. Very, very chap-like. Hurtin Ostrich and Martin and Sarah are saying moats. Watery rings are moats. Okay, so chap is probably right. And rather than continuing, I kind of want to. Okay, we'll do a couple more here, and then we'll go back to the left. Board flaws. Board flaws. Yeah, the moat rings the castle, as Jessica is pointing out with those emojis. Kyle Miner and Pass Me the Red Bull are here, and Shania and Ledition and April all saying warps. Another very hard clue, I think. Because board has so many meanings, but I guess we're just talking about a wooden board here, and a flaw in a wooden board is like when it's warped. Not an easy clue, but Aaron got it. And it's looking good with the down atoll material. Anyone know what an atoll is? Surely somebody. Ledition knows. Unsurprising. Jazz and Kyle and Sarah seem to know. JF, everyone's saying coral. Yeah, an atoll is another kind of ring, like a moat in the ocean. I think it's like an island made of coral, often ring-shaped. Good. Tesco's, of course, Ledition knows. I know. Ledition knows everything. Ledition, yeah. Flaky mineral. Oh, flaky mineral. Yeah, Bikini Atoll, where they tested nuclear bombs. Yeah, that's probably the most famous one. Ledition on Twitch saying Ledition doesn't know that much, really. All right. No one's buying it. Ging and D and Mo are saying mica for flaky mineral. That seems good. All right, let's go back west. Is becoming to. Is becoming to. Something grammatically hard to read about this sentence, but I think I get it. I think I get it. Yeah, Warthog quick on this one. Kyle and Pizza Pete close behind. Fits? Like, I guess that dress is becoming to you. It's not exactly how I would say it, but becoming in that sense, like it's flattering. It fits you. Makeshift frisbee. Oh, Silvermoon is back on YouTube. Also getting the right answer. Nice work. Makeshift frisbee. Oh, some people are guessing fine for 31 down. Not sure it fits the grammar of the clue, though. Holyhead Harpy and James and Ginging and Bitsy Itsy are saying pie tin. That's a very unusual clue. Pie tin is a makeshift frisbee. I'm sure it's true. I mean, I've never tossed a pie tin like this, but I can picture it. It's a fun image. Yeah, Jessica's laughing. Uneasy feeling. Logician says frisbee was invented from an inverted pie tin. Is that true? Oh, Felix knows this too. Pie tin, the frisbee used to actually be a pie tin. Oh, frisbee was a pie tin company, says Brandon. I did not know this history. That's very interesting. Okay, apparently a lot of people know this. Piers knew that too. That's fascinating. Uneasy feeling. KC is voting angst. I think that's a good guess. Rhonda, April, Shania agree. Uneasy feeling is angst. All right, let's do 43 and then we'll start chipping away at downs. Kelly talks too much says, fun fact, angst means fear in German. I did not know that either. Wow, learned so much today. So frisbees were originally pie tins, and angst means fear in German. I feel like I learned something else earlier too. Penfield Honda says, I have 100 jars of mica. Another fun fact. It's pretty cool. Oh, quaint ascent. I guess there are a lot of things that this could be. Yeah, I'm seeing yep. I'm seeing yay. Yay is a little quainter than yep, I would think. We'll put it in for now. Ooh, let's look at. I know I said I would do downs, but I actually want to look at 46 because I think it's going to be another one of these anagrams. And now that we know we're anagramming, we can do it without any help. Not at all loud neckwear. Not at all loud neckwear, and it's going to be an anagram of climate. Who's got it? Who's got it? I'm seeing answers trickle in that look really good. Lucinda, Michelle, Ledition, Piers, yeah, people are getting it. It's nice. Jazz got it. Nice. Calm tie. D just followed us. Thank you. Bonnie saying good job to everybody. A calm tie is not loud as in stylistically loud. A calm tie is not at all loud neckwear, and it is indeed an anagram of climate. We are changing the climate as we solve this crossword. Good work, everyone. Senor Eminem got that. Hand over bills. Ooh, Reagan and Martin and BK. And Maverick, very quick on this one. Pay cash. Looks great. Hand over bills. And what's this? Film fan. If I see Cine, normally I would call this a cinephile, but that doesn't fit because it's a PH, a cinephile. And the A has to be right for a calm tie, right? What is this? It can't be cinephile, Matza, because we can't have an F in this entry at all. Oh, no, that doesn't fit either, Rhonda. Warthog and Shania and Piers are all saying the same thing. Cineast. Is this a word? I feel kind of ignorant right now. I would have always said cinephile. I don't think I've ever seen this. but enough people. Kelly likes it too. Yeah, Jazz says Jazz has never heard of it, so that's a relief. Tess has never heard of it. Okay, I'm not alone, but enough people are saying it. We'll check the crosses. It's French. A posh word in English. Maybe I'm not posh enough for it. Blank be silly not to. Yeah, I think Reagan and Martin. It means filmmaker. Oh, okay. So cinephile is a film lover. But this does say film fan. I don't know. It's usually a filmmaker, says Trips. Interesting. He'd be silly not to. I think that looks good. Kathy and Bethany. Yeah, he'd be silly not to. Trips is saying that. And Almond Gregory. All right, good. Yellow pages for notes. Yellow pages for notes. Great. Ooh, Hurt and Ostrich wanted legal aid, but I think that doesn't work as well now that we see the clue. Legal pad. As Bjork. I think someone's username was Bjork. Yeah, and David is saying legal pad. Okay, we're in good shape. Let's do 47 down. Colonel Aldrin alma mater. I assume we're talking Buzz Aldrin here. That's the only Aldrin I know. I think what Charlie and NCD are saying makes sense. Yeah, and Beaz are all saying MIT. If you asked me where did Buzz Aldrin go to school, I wouldn't have been able to say MIT, but it makes sense. It's believable. 1, 2, 3, 4 is saying MIT. Okay, good. Let's check the longs. Hopeful. Hopeful. All right, pretty smooth solve today. I'm proud of us. See, yesterday was a lot rockier than this. The stumpers are notably more difficult. Oh, actually seeing some disagreement here. Aspiring, aspirant, and someone said aspire to. Not sure that one works grammatically, but I think the other two do. Maybe we do downs? Steadfast. I guess this is an R no matter what. Yeah, chat seems pretty split on aspiring versus aspirant. Yeah, but not split on this one. Mike Vikstrom is back, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and Beaz are all saying true. Steadfast is true. Yeah, both of these mean like loyal. So I think that looks good. Christina and BK approve. Let's do 44 down. Mazda model. I know this one for sure. You cannot have two I's in 44 down. Where's 44 down? Do I have an error somewhere? Oh, you're saying I'm on 44 down. Okay. Now I feel like a dope. Itsy, yeah. Mazda Miata is definitely a Mazda model that does work with aspirant, after all. Hopeful. And legislative enactments. I think we know what this one's going to be. Let's just check the clues in this section. Sausage. Oh, we had brats earlier. About 5 milliliters. And iconic Marshall. All right. Seeing answers flood in, which I love to see. Q Suzette is here saying statutes, which do look like legislative enactments. I think sausage and wiener makes sense. Iconic Marshall is Wyatt Earp, and I guess a tablespoon is about 5 milliliters, the more you know. Well done, Carlala. And Carla just followed us. And Dad Not Dude knows Earp is the Marshall. All right, everybody's happy. Onward we go. Yeah, this lonely L, not this lousy L. This lonely L is gonna be our entryway into our final themer of the day, Citrus Juggler's Routine. Citrus Juggler's Routine. And if you're just joining us, this will be an anagram of climate because today's theme is climate change. This puzzle is really activism in disguise. Teaspoon. Did I say tablespoon? Apologies. Teaspoon. Yeah, nice. Lucinda's good at anagrams. I've noticed this. Reagan and Tilda and Amy and Jazz. Good job, Sarah. Ledition. Shredder, Holy Head Harpy, I love it. Lime Act, Citrus Juggler's Routine. So I guess if you have picturing someone juggling limes and they call it their Lime Act and they're a citrus juggler. Yep. I can't believe it's actually surprising that Climate has all of these anagrams, even though they're nonsense. Like, they were all clueable, you know? Very fun. Yeah, Jessica giving me lime in a circus tent. Yeah, and it's an anagram of climate, exactly, which we needed. Nice theme. Fun stuff. Ooh, part of 47 down. Where's that? MIT. Okay. So it's the I in MIT. We know what this one stands for. Yeah, Dad, not dude. Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Good. Yeah, Jen is saying, "Oh, climate change, lol." Yeah, I don't know if you missed the theme, Jen, but that is what we're doing with Camelot and Catmile and Comtai and Limact. They're all changes in climate. Prefix for cross. There are a lot of prefixes for cross, presumably, but only one showing up in chat. Piers and Rhonda and Baz all saying moto, like motocross. Albie says, "Wow, I love this." I'm glad to hear that, Albie. We stream every day, noon Eastern time. Following is a great way to keep in touch. Tess says, "Hurdle today, Jack? You think I'm going to leave you hanging without Hurdle, Tess?" Of course we got Hurdle coming. Yep, we got one corner left. Let's make it count. We'll get our confetti, and then we'll do Hurdle. You know the drill. Grace is pumped. Dishwasher sounds. Amy and Dee saying beeps. Jessica says whoop whoop. I can't tell if you're celebrating the hurdle or if that's your guess for dishwasher sounds, but maybe you need to get your dishwasher checked. Beeps. Looks good. Let's check the B. Caesar's good. Caesar's good. Grace says Jack always comes through except for last weekend. What happened last weekend? I'm trying to remember. Is that when we lost Hurdle, or did I not play Hurdle, or what happened? Okay. Bene. Looks good. Logician is saying it could be blown. Caesar, I'm thinking. Wait. Huh. Maybe we do downs. I'm getting too many guesses. Bene. BK says Latin root bene, and BK seems to know things. Let's do the downs, because I'm just not sure. Oh, people are already picking their favorite starting word for hurdle. Yeah, we like to start with a 5-letter word from the puzzle, so yeah, maybe coral is a good one. Latin. Bene is Italian. Oh, filet for the. Okay, I'm getting too distracted. Let's stay on topic. Let's do this from downs. Elaborate deceptions. Maybe the down is too hard. And I'm not sure about Bene. Oh no. Okay, I'm panicking in this last corner. Let's keep it together. 40 across. Major success. Major success. Ging saying hoaxes, elaborate deceptions. That's a good guess. Major success is a win, though. Ooh, that's good too. Major success is a win. Or an ace, maybe. Oh, or a hit. Oh no, there are too many options. All right, maybe what do we do? Maybe 54 across. Sart play. People are going to know this. Someone's going to know this. Jean-Paul. Yeah, hit fits with hoaxes. Okay, we're starting to slot things into place. I think many of the guesses that were made were correct. It's just too many disagreements, but now I think we're making sense. Major success looks like hit, like a hit song. Elaborate deceptions, hoaxes is a perfect answer. And that all works with no exit, which is a Sart play. Good. Good work. Thank you to everyone for pitching in on that one. Oh, and what does that tell us about 45 across? I still kind of don't want to deal with this. Fire up. Yeah, this is an easier one. Fire up. So it's Bono for sure, says Ging. And I like the N in place here because I think 41 down, yeah, as Vicky is saying, and Melinda and Pam and Hurton, yeah, incite. To fire up is to incite. All right, good. And now we have 2 squares left in this puzzle. AL East City. I think we're talking baseball here. Throughout. And that is all going to reveal summed up. Oof. Okay, I think we got this, though. It's Latin, Bono. Nice. St. Pete. So who plays it? It's St. Pete. Are we talking Florida? St. Petersburg, Florida? And oh wait, Ging wants Excite for fire up. No. We have too much working for us, I think, to change. The Tampa Bay Devil Rays play at St. Pete. Why don't they play in Tampa? Is that a dumb question? Throughout and summed up. We got 2 past tenses, so there's got to be a D. Can I get a drum roll? Amy's giving me the drum roll. Grace is giving me the drum roll. I think we got confetti coming our way. Here we go. Yes. Well done, everybody. Ellie is in St. Pete. Perfect. Well done. Do not go anywhere because we're playing Hurdle right away. I enjoyed this puzzle. It was very fun. I liked finding these anagrams. I liked finding them before knowing what the heck was going on and then after knowing what the heck was going on. They were both enjoyable in their own way. I'm switching my screen now to Hurdle. All right. Hopefully you can all see that. And Warthog says got meetings. Does that mean you have to go? I mean, it's a great old Greg reference, but some people suggesting moats, fillet, coral. I kind of like coral. So let's open with coral. By the way, if you are new to Hurdle, we're trying to guess a 5-letter word. We have 6 guesses to do it, and we get information when we register a guess. So what this means is there's no C, no A, and no L in the final word. There is an O and there is an R, but they're not in these positions. So there's an O anywhere but the second position in the word. Irish Eyes just followed us. Thanks. And then Hurdle is more interesting than Wordle because we actually jump over 5 hurdles. They're all changed together in a cool way, and then the last one is really stressful. Tilda says, how is it different from Wordle? You'll see. This first board, it basically is Wordle, and then you'll see as we keep going over the hurdles how it's different. So what do we like for coral? I'm seeing shore. Shore is a nice guess. Trope. Orbit. I'm seeing shore again, trope again. More people saying trope. Yeah, trips and yeah, more people saying trope. So let's go with that. We got plenty of guesses to spare. That was a good one. The O hit. So this green means there's definitely an O in the middle position. And we know there's a T somewhere, but not at the start of the word. Oh, when you said hurdle, I thought you were talking about the music version. Yeah, that's H-E-R. No, this is a hurdle. I can't tell if you, I don't know if you could see this, but H-U-R-D. We're jumping over hurdles here. It's a race. Jimmy Wood is saying short. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Is there anything wrong with short? Short or story? Matt likes short. Let's go with it. Again, we have room to spare. I don't want to act overconfident, but I feel like we'll get this. And we did. Well done. Congrats to anyone who was guessing short. Okay, this is the first thing that makes Hurdle different, is that now we're playing a new board, and our first guess is automatically the answer to our previous puzzle. So now we only have 5 of our own guesses. And this is going to keep happening, chained together, and then the last one is where the stakes are off the charts. So a lot of information here. It begins with an S and ends in a T. I'm seeing smart, I'm seeing spent, shout. Huh. Tiff says, what website is this? This is Arkadium.com. All the puzzles we do on this channel are at Arkadium. Oh, it's not shout because no, it can't be shout. The H and the O. Let's do spent. So there's a link in the bio for Arkadium.com, or you could just Google Arkadium Hurdle or Arkadium Crossword, and you'll find all this stuff there. They got great games. Ooh, that was bad. That was bad. Sweat gets us 2 vowels. Oh, except now it doesn't work anymore because of the E. Start doesn't work because of the R. Swift. No, this E here means there's no E in the word shredder. A lot of people guessing swift. Oh, no, not split because of spent. Not stint because of N. Swift is the only one that I've seen that works. Oh, slide works. All right, we'll go with swift. And hope. Hope beyond hope. Well done. Wow. We're crushing. How are we doing this? Okay. 3rd out of 5. This one also begins with an S. So what do we like? It does like we're doing good. Kathy says awesome job. Do not get complacent though. We have Hurdle can turn on you very quickly, especially on board 5. We have lost before, so let's keep our head in the game. Smear, I kind of like that. I like smear because it guesses 2 vowels. Yeah, Apple user is suggesting it. Let's do it. Okay, so there's an R at the end, no I, A, or E. So we need to find some vowels. O and U are available. Y too, but it doesn't seem to help that much. Suede. Oh, I wish suede would work, but it doesn't. There's no E. Swore. No, swore puts the R in the wrong position. Shredder, the green means that those letters are like they're. This green means that the word does begin with an S. This R means it does end in an S. Scour. Scour is a great guess. Ooh, almost too perfect. Everyone is saying it now. Yeah. Guys, this might be the smoothest hurdle run we've ever had. Of course, I'm going to jinx it the moment I say that, but so far we're crushing. All right, Scour didn't hit at all. But, oh, AJ Bradley came for hurdle. Welcome. And Barbara got Scour as well. Amy says, shh, Jack. Yeah, Amy telling me to shut up because I always jinx us. Sarah C suggesting audio, which is a classic hurdle guess, but we already know there's no U, so I wonder if we can do a little better. Plaid. That's a nice idea. Alien. Alien is another good idea. Plaid or alien? Maybe we do alien. Is there anything wrong with it? No. Okay. So we have some stuff. Just Coker is back for hurdle. Abide uses all 3 other vowels. Very true, but so does alien. So we're in pretty good shape. We need an N. I'm seeing enemy and needy. It'd be great if we could guess something that doesn't repeat a letter, just to diversify the information we get, you know? So far, all the guesses repeat a letter. Maybe it's necessary. Bendy. That one doesn't. It's an interesting idea. Bendy? No, it can't be depth because we know there's an N in the word. Yeah, a lot of people saying bendy now. T-dog goat. Oops, not bendy. Benby. Let's try it. I mean, why not? Wow, that was quite successful. And now I think we know what the answer is. The N only has one other place to live. It has to start with an N. We're only missing the middle letter. It could have been nerdy, except there's no R because of scour. I think it has to be needy, unless I'm missing an option. Yeah, needy. Guys, why are we so good? Why are we so good? All right, but this is the level. This is the nail biter. Because in the last level of hurdle, These are all of our answers from the boards that we've had so far, and they're automatically our first 4 guesses, and we only get 2 of our own guesses to get this right. We only have 2 guesses. We are given a lot of letters. We know there's an S, H, R, and T in the word, but none of the positions are correct. I think that's basically what we know. We know a lot of things that aren't correct. Oh, and we should look at vowels. What vowel is still available? A. That's actually very important. That's huge. There's only A available as a vowel, so I think that means there has to be an A. I'm seeing a lot of people guessing trash. Colton, yeah. Oh, in fact, it's unanimous. Tammy, is there any other option other than trash? Hearts? They tend not to do plural words. I'm not going to press enter. They tend not to do plural words. It was a good guess, though. Trash. OMG, really? Yeah, everyone says. All right. Cross your fingers. This puzzle was not trash, but that might be our answer. Here we go. Oh, man, beautiful. Wow. That was smooth from start to finish. I think that was the best hurdle performance we've ever had. Felt good. Apple user followed us. Thank you, Apple user. That was a blast. I always love solving puzzles with you guys. We will be back tomorrow. Join Ame at noon Eastern time for another crossword, more hurdle. And follow us if you don't already. And in the meantime, check out Arkadium.com. They put out, you could play a backlog of Hurdle right now if you Google Arkadium Hurdle. And Moomin Man and Tilda and Tiff and Michelle all followed us. You guys are the best. Yeah, Rhonda says we're getting better at this. Amy says we're a great team. That's how I feel too. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Jessica. I'm going to sign off. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody.